Buddy, Leafs win, hug it out. No, dude, you're sick. Let's just air 5. I'm happy they won, but don't make this weird. Just hug me. I said air 5, man. Back off. Phil Kessel scored a hat trick. I want a hug. Get the hell away. I need an adult, okay?
What? You serious?
Mind blown. We need ideas.
I'm dumb.
Silly hard. We get to the game, please. Holla! It's a shame that we have to stop cheering for him in a week. But in the meantime, Leafs win 6-3 over the Ottawa Senators. Or as Dominic Hasek used to say, the Ottawa Senators. And it's not every day you see your team go down 2-0 and then sprint back to win the game 6-3, let alone do it twice in a week. Happened against the Panthers, happened against the Sens. Of course, a little more controversy in the one against the Sens, with the Kadri hit that we will get to. I'm going to try to keep this short. It never works, but it's Saturday night and I'm sick. Sick enough that I'm not at Hockey Night in Canada tonight. But it's like a week before the Olympics. I shouldn't exactly be spreading my boogers all over the keyboard. Hey guys, you ready to watch the Moguls? The Leafs looking dead in the water and on life support, and who scores? Philip J. Kessel. OG Philip Kessel. Just when you need him. I know you see him all the time like dead on the bench, but then he comes back to life on the ice. I don't give a damn what he looks like on the bench because I like how he looks on the ice. Like a scorer of goals. Then, of course, the controversy and the question of the game. Nazem Kadri runs Cody Ceci into the end boards pretty hard. Joffrey Lupul scores and the Leafs tie it up. Now, at the time, I thought it was a penalty. I'm like, why hasn't the play stopped? Oh, look, a goal. But I'm watching from a couch. If you're a player on the ice, you should have a little bit of a different thought process. Because the Sens saw that hit and just went, nah, you don't touch him. Meanwhile, Lupul's like, I didn't hear a whistle, so... Oh, there it is. It's because I scored. And the goal horn. And the goal. There's lots of sounds going on. That's the sound of our son crying, Joffrey. He misses his father. Question of the game. Do you see Nazem Kadri getting suspended for that hit? Because a lot of people seem to think he's going to get suspended for that hit. Here's the problem. If that penalty gets called, I don't think we're having this discussion. Or at least not as much. We still talk about, oh, dirty hit. And, oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh. But because there was some punishment, you could look at it and go, yeah, well, okay, you got a penalty. In this, not only does he not get a call, the Leafs scored and tied it up. Add on to the fact that the Sens weren't happy with the officiating in this game before that hit. I think the Sens are going to have some things to say. But rewatch that goal. At least two Sens, I think Zach Smith in particular, just go whoop, sauntering past the puck as the play is still going on. If the puck is within like X amount of feet of your crease, maybe wait a sec. No injury on the play. I don't think it was particularly vicious. I thought Kadri should have got 2. Because he didn't, suspension may be an option, especially because the Leafs scored. Should that matter? I don't think so, but it will. What do you think? And then Phil Kessel with the nastiest goal. Like the stuff that makes it on the highlight reels is the aesthetically pleasing stuff. The dirty dangles, all the one-timers, the stuff that just looks pretty. Phil Kessel doesn't score a lot of goals that are highlight pretty. They're pretty, and if you watch closely, you know they're pretty. But like, if the highlights are on in the background, you're at work or something, and you just see a shot, you go, why was that Leaf goal in the highlight pack? Typical Eastern bias. But that goal is Phil Kessel's Datsuki and Deke. That goal is Phil Kessel's Spinorama. That goal is Sidney Crosby doing a leg kick, going forehand, backhand, and scoring in the shootout on Montreal, making Pierre Maguire giggle like a schoolgirl. It's just sick. There's something about the ping off the bar and it goes in. Kessel has one of the top 3 shots in the NHL. Has to. Who has a release like that? The answer, Chris Neal. Not so much. I got a question. Were any of you at the game? And if so, were you like, what, how did the Sens tie it up? What just said, did I take a piss? Did I go to the washroom and take a piss and I didn't know about that? Did I just piss my pants? Because at home on the TV, we have commentators and everyone telling us what's going on and we have all the replays in the world. At the game, when something like that happens, you're left hanging. I'll give you a perfect example of a time that happened to me. The Olympics, Team Canada versus Team Germany. I was at that game. Yeah, I was there. Don't hate. Shea Weber claps an absolute bomb past Thomas Greiss and Team Germany. And the play just continued. It just went on. And there's this huge delay and we're all like, what the hell's going on? He put the puck through the net. But I don't think there was an announcement like, oh, the puck went through the net or whatever. There might have been, but I don't remember it. I'm relying on like texts and people in the stands going, no, here's what I think happened. I always love that in the stands. The judgment committee of, no, here's what happened. Thanks for the info, total stranger. So if you're at the game, was that what it was like for you? Of course, that goal didn't matter because Phil Kessel scored a hat trick. Phil Kessel is his name. Give him another hatty. Give him another 30-goal season. I want to hear thank you Kessel chants at the ACC again. Thank you Sagan was funny, but I think that's over. We can leave that little saga behind now. If there was a fan base that should be chanting thank you Kessel in the NHL, it's the Toronto Maple Leafs fans. And of course I saw lots of hats on the ice. Some of them were for giveaways, I hear. But a lot of baseball caps though, because it's a balmy 0 degrees in Toronto. That's how this winter's been. We're like, oh, it's only freezing? I think I'll put on my spring jacket. And then Kessel goes, I'm not done. Well, actually, it's Kessel, so he said, nothing. I don't say, he might have muttered something. Sets up Bozak for a beauty. 5-3, Kadri scores in the open net. 6-3, 2 points. Now, the Leafs top line. I still stand by the idea that it was right to criticize the Tyler Bozak signing in the summer. And you go, well, look at his numbers, but leave this year's numbers out of it. He didn't sign that contract based on this year's numbers. MLSE has a lot of money, but to my knowledge, they don't have a time machine. And there was reason to criticize it. But the thing with me, I'm sure some of you have been watching me for years, you know who I cheer for. This isn't some Montreal Canadiens covert operation. I am happiest when the Toronto Maple Leafs win. And if there's a player I don't want the Leafs to trade for, or I don't want them to sign or re-sign, I'm happy when they prove me wrong. If Colton Orr came out and scored a hat trick tomorrow, I'd be like, all right. When Fraser McLaren scored a game winner between his legs against Boston, I wasn't like, take the 2 points back. I just think the Leafs have a better chance without him. But so far this season, the Kessel, Bozak, Van Riemsdyk line has been filthy. Now, I'm always very skeptical because there are ups and downs, and that line is in the middle of a big up. Big ups, big things are going da-tia, as Rob Ford would say. But sometimes there are downs. And you might be going, oh, Steve, you are such a pessimist. And all I have to say to that is, Mom, I'm making a video. Seriously though, I've been doing this for a while, and I think I'm growing. And if you watch my old stuff, there was a time where gosh, the Leafs could just do no wrong, and I gave them every benefit of the doubt. I just love this team. And if you remember the last few years, the Leafs did not reward my optimism. Sucked, I believe is the term. They sucked. So when I'm a little pessimistic, it's to make up for all the optimism that I misplaced before. But for right now, 2 points is 2 points. Go ahead, throw it on the plate. Gourmet buffet. This is great. Is this wrapped in bacon? That's it for this one. Thank you very much for watching and sending me all your nice little well wishes on Twitter. It's just the sniffles, I'll survive. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Share it with all your pals. If you have friends that are Sens fans, share it with them to piss them off. And I will see you next time. Not many games to go before the Olympic break.